you realize that Islamic teaching, the practicality of it cannot come by sitting in front of a screen and watching YouTube lectures all day long. This is Malik Pai, and I'm the founder of Camp Salam. And one of the goals of Camp Salam is to empower our kids with strength, confidence, leadership skills, which I don't believe that you can learn from a YouTube lecture or even an Islamic conference. The Quran is full with the creation of Allah. You're not going to see the creation of Allah on a YouTube screen or in a convention hall in an Islamic conference. You have to make sure that you have activities set up where your kids are outdoor, living the creation of Allah. They're touching and feeling and tasting and smelling the creation of Allah. And where you're not just giving them 1 hour or 2 hour long lectures, but as they're doing some activities, you're giving them these short reminders throughout the day.
It is a sign. So think about it while we're canoeing, that is such a beautiful creation of Allah, that system that He has created, that we are just flowing on water.
We think that since we grew up in this culture, we know everything what's going on with our kids, but that is not true. In fact, what the challenges that we went through in our high school times or in college days is something that our kids are going through in middle school. The smoking problem, gender relationship, drugs, everything is there starting 5th or 6th grade. When back in the days, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, these problems occurred maybe in 10th grade or 11th grade. So parents have to step up their game.
My name is Ali Aldin Shaheen and I'm from Dearborn, Michigan.
Because you'll never see me on my knees intentionally. The only time it will be is when I'm pleading for my Lord for His mercy.
I mean, they're taking our religion and putting it into action. You know, we're not just sitting behind in the mosque listening to a lecture and we're not going to actually apply that one day. And here is where the application starts working. We apply that every day, how we walk, how we eat, how we talk, how we look at things. When you raise your head up, when you're looking to have more confidence in yourself.
That's what I'm trying to reach. I'm trying to teach what I learned and teach what I learned and teach what I learned to you and my family. Sitting here in Camp Salam, 3 days gone. It's been a crazy journey. So my name is Fareed Tareen. I'm from Toronto, Canada. And at first, when I came to Camp Salam, I wasn't expecting such a dynamic atmosphere, but I was surprised to see how much self-development I gained out of this experience. Here at Camp Salam, every second was spent toward developing self, whether it was physical activity, whether it was stories and lessons for Islam, whether it was just tips and tricks on being healthy. I think that spiritually, mentally, physically, I was challenged, and the 5 days I spent here were much more rewarding than 5 days I would have spent at home in my basement or something. So never stop believing. Believe, breathe, receive, achieve, dream, achieve, repeat. That's me, Fareed Tareen. As far as strength is concerned, I mean, waking up for Fajr turned into praying Fajr and then doing push-ups. All of a sudden I was out of my comfort zone. I had to snap out of this comfort that I had in the tent, wake up and just start my day at 6 o'clock in the morning. As far as confidence is concerned, I've seen this in other people in the camp, where guys that came to this camp day one were looking down, they were shy guys, and now, you know, their posture's up, their eye contact is great, and they're the most talkative people in the whole camp.
I remember that some of these kids, we took them out canoeing, and in the beginning they're just like, nah, I want to be right next to my brother. You could tell that these kids are growing up like mama's boys, and there's nothing wrong with that, but again, mama's got to make sure that their boys are toughened up, because when the challenges come later on in life and they're not used to taking risks, then it's going to have a lot of challenges for our kids. They're gonna have a hard time dealing with these challenges because they're not used to taking risks. So I had to convince them that, hey, don't worry, you gotta trust us. Get in the water, you're gonna be on canoe, you got your life jacket, nothing is gonna happen. And when we built that trust, and when they're in the canoe, they're like, this is the best thing that's happened to us. And over time, then later on, you know that these guys are canoeing by themselves. It's because they had this fear, and you want to train them to overcome these fears.
My name is Isaiah DeCory. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, Camp Salam, I had found out about Camp Salam because my friend, I guess somebody told one of our uncles or our counselors from the mosque about Camp Salam. And I kind of thought about it because I kind of hesitated about coming because it's all the way in Florida in the woods. And I don't mess with the woods. I don't like animals. Like, I'm not scared of nothing but animals.
We can't raise our children to be the ones who just sit at home and play it safe. Times are tough, and they have to be risk takers. And that is what the goal of Camp Salam is, to empower our kids, not just the teenagers, but I'm talking tweens, the ones who are from starting 10 years old. They want to be making sure that they give responsibility early on, not everything being done by their mommies and daddies and everything be taken care of. They need to make sure that they start doing things on their own.
My name is Mohammed Fafana. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and what I enjoyed at Camp Salam is how we got together and we met new people. And one of my biggest fears coming here was I was afraid of deep waters and alligators because, you know, it's Florida. But the counselors at Camp Salam helped me overcome that fear, so now I'm not scared to get in the water anymore.
Every day we had this routine that the kids had to make sure that their sleeping bags are wrapped up. When we came and they had to set up, you know, where are we going to be staying? You're going to be sitting in a tent. Well, where's the tent? You're going to set it up. That's how we teach kids. Not just everything being done for them, but they have to be part of the effort. And they will, and in that process, they will be learning a lot. And that is one of the goals of Camp Salam, to teach kids these outdoor skills. Pretend that you guys just got married. You guys are big boys. There's no food stamps involved. There's no mama supporting you. You're a big man. You have to be supporting your family now, okay? You got married. It's just you and your wife. You're going to move out. Not living with your parents. Not your dad is helping you out or supporting you. You're living on your own. So the goal is for you to start thinking on your own, okay, how much would it cost us to run a family? So I want to hear some of the expenses that you would have. As a parent, it is our job to make sure that we are upbringing our children in the best way possible. And one of the tasks that you should have on your list is to make sure that you are taking out your kids on a camp, whether it's your own family camp or through Camp Salam or any other organizations out there who are holding these camps for our kids. Be part of it. Encourage your kids to be outdoor. Don't have them sit home. Whether it's your spring break, summer break, or your end of the year holiday season that we have. You have a lot of time, these gaps that we have, and kids just have no idea what to do. You really want to benefit them and yourself, especially not just in short run, but in long term, making sure that your kids are developed with leadership skills, with confidence, with strength. Send them to Camp Salam.